And a few minutes later, this little gray came with three of these big guys crowding behind him, trying to keep him between me and them.
What do these guys have hair? Were they like?
No.
So it sounds like a description of tall whites, maybe with a gray.
I had never heard of tall whites before, and but
so chalky white skin, really tall,
yeah.
Either no hair or very, very thin, like white hair. Okay, so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But
well, the gray started talking to me, and I would find myself dozing, and then I would snap back to. And finally, the gray said, "Look, we can't leave you here. Come up in front with me." And so I went up in front. He was the pilot. I kneeled down beside him, and when I kneeled down on the floor, my eyes were level with his. And he was showing me how to do the controls of the ship and all that. And actually, it was very friendly. And when we got to wherever we went, it was very dark, extremely dark place. But it was daytime. The sun was out, but it was very, very dim and off color. And there was this path that went up to a pavilion. And they led the other people up to the pavilion. And the gray told me, "You don't want to go up there." So he and I sat down on this hillside. The grass was black. And I kept hearing these sounds from up on the hill. And from the sounds, I agreed. I didn't want to go up there. When they came back down, we all got back onto the ship. And I turned to him and I said, "I would like to remember this." And he said, "You won't." All I remembered of this whole incident was waking up the next morning there, standing at the back door of the house, not really understanding why I was standing at the back door. I thought, did I sleepwalk? What? When I finally realized, oh yeah, I'm heading to the new parsonage today, I went back in, got the pallet, threw it in the U-Haul, and drove off. From that day on, for about the next 25 years, I couldn't leave the house without thinking, I've forgotten something. About 25 years later, we were going to church one morning, and we got in the car, my wife and I got in the car, and I said, I have forgotten something. I've forgotten something. And I went back, and she was accustomed to this. And I went back and checked the house. I hadn't forgotten anything. I came out and I said, I've forgotten something. And she said, did you check the basement? Yes. Did you check the stove? Yes. Did you check the electricity? Yes, I did. And she started making fun of me. And she said, and did you check the backyard? And when she did, the whole memory of it came back. And I mean, it just flooded back and just hit me like a brick. And I thought, where did all this come from? This never happened. And so anyway, I was in the military unit at the time, the remote viewing unit. So I just wrote down some encrypted coordinates for the time and place back in Midway, Texas, where I was minister. And
did you give it to somebody else?
Huh?
Did you give it to somebody else without telling them what?
I gave it to the other viewers as a practice target, and they all found what I remembered. And I thought, well, maybe it's just telepathic overlay. It can't be real. And so anyway, Ed Dames was there at the time, and Ed Dames was doing some outside work with another unit. I'd come to find out later. And he reported me. He reported the incident.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Additionally, if you have any feedback, please put something in the comments below. And lastly, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, you can find it above. Thanks again for watching.